So we're going to do an induction cleaning on the town car, and then we'll go from there. Run engine to warm intake. Well, I just ran down and grabbed this stuff and came back, so it's warm. Loosen and remove intake boot from throttle body with the hook side and cleaning tube placed on the throttle body. Direct the tube nozzle and a 1/4 inch in front of the throttle plate location where the throttle plate opens. See diagram. So they want the diagram right there. They're just kind of shallow right in front of it, as long as it's in front of it. Then it'll be directly in front of it, as long as it's in front of it. And there's the tubing. Wish it'd come out more clear, but that's kind of how they want it set up. So maybe we will do it that way. Maybe I'll go ahead and hook that tube back up and do it exactly the way they say to do it. Refit the boot over the hook guide and throttle body with the vehicle in park. Brake applied. Start the engine and hold RPM at about 2,000 for the duration of the application. Spray continuously until contents are empty, approximately 7 minutes. Then shut off the engine and remove the intake boot. Remove the hook with the engine off. Re-secure the intake boot and throttle body and allow the engine to soak for 10 minutes. After hot soak, start and drive the vehicle under engine load for 10 minutes or longer. Apply spirited acceleration when safe to burn off hydrocarbon residue. Okay, let's get this set up. Got my tubing in there. I almost couldn't use that elbow at all because of how close that throttle plate is to that tube. So I had to barely stick the end of that red tube out past that black elbow you can see right there. I'm gonna leave it like it is, just kind of temporarily sitting there like that. Go ahead and plug this back in. Temporary. And then start the vehicle and start spraying. Put a bunch of my power tools down here on the throttle, and I have to. I'm up to about 1900 RPM, close to 2000. We're just gonna leave it right there and then run the foam. Here we go. Still going strong, about 1.5 minutes in, still holding it. Bogged down a couple times just for a second, came right back up. It's awfully light right now. It feels like there's almost nothing left in there, so we shall see. Well, it's out. So we're gonna shut it all down now. Wait 10 minutes. It is 7:05. Okay, made sure I got everything tightened back down, and starting to get dark now. So we're coming to 5 minutes in, and yeah, I'm gonna grab the family. We're gonna go for a little bit of a drive. Okay, we've been sitting for 10 minutes now, and I'm gonna have the missus start the car up while I look. See if it smokes like the old school stuff did where you dripped it in. Go ahead and start it. The old school stuff, when you drip it in, it used to smoke a lot. A little bit of smoke coming out of it that you can't see. The camera's not picking it up. Just a little tiny haze. It actually is smoking. I see quite a bit coming out of there now when I increase the throttle. So yeah, it's got that old school haze coming out of it like it's supposed to. That's normal. There's a nice little smoke cloud coming out behind it when you get on it every once in a while. That's when they said they wanted you to clear it out. Yeah, it's already cleared up. It's got a little smoke coming out of it even after you set. Yeah, it's all cleared up. I didn't make it, but probably a mile, not even. and it was all clear. We'll see. Drive it to 10 minutes like it says, and that's it. Couple spirited throttles, as they say. And about 8 minutes into the drive, and a couple wide open throttle pulls. It's all clear. There's nothing coming out of it anymore. Headed back now. It's about right at 10 minutes of driving, so I'll head back and clear the check engine light. Everything will be all right. Green light. Running really good. Running real good. You can see I drove it for, what was it, about, I don't know, 15-16 minutes, because a minute of that was me talking about smoking and stuff like that on the startup. And I just got a basic BDS scanner off Amazon that I got just for reading codes. It's not, it'll only read and erase. It'll give you some IM readiness stuff and data stream stuff, but that's about it, and it's nothing special. Just to show you what codes popped up after doing the induction cleaning. 2198 O2 sensor signal biased, stuck rich, bank 2 sensor 1. That's normal. You're gonna get stuff like that because you sprayed a bunch of fuel and everything down in there on top of the fuel that was being sprayed. It's not abnormal for that to happen. So now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna erase that. Vehicle's running great, idling smooth. It was really nothing wrong with it before. This was just more of a subscriber request than anything on the 2 valve. Okay, quick, erased. That's it. So now we'll back up out of here. Unplug it. Start it back up. Code erased. That's how you do the induction cleaning on these. That's it. And if I was to keep running the car for, you know, another couple days and so many key cycles, the code would clear itself anyhow. It just has to go through so many self checks before it does it. I hope that suits your fancy with just a basic induction cleaning. That can was like $13.99 at O'Reilly's, and it's the Seafoam induction, upper end induction lube cleaning. Let me correct myself real quick. I kept saying 3314. It's SS14 is what it is. SS14. Top engine cleaner and lube. So I apologize for that, but there it is. Seems to be a pretty good product overall. So you guys know I don't believe in a lot of products, but stuff that doesn't get cleaned, I'll definitely use products for that. I don't believe in putting a bunch of stuff in my fuel. Every once in a while I'll throw something like a Techron. I buy top tier fuel, but if I do want to add something every once in a while to add to cleaning, you know, a lot of these hocus pocus products like STP and stuff like that, it's just a lot of garbage stuff out there. But there are companies out there that do put time and technology into research and their products and stuff like that, like Techron and Seafoam. They can be a benefit, but is it necessary? No, it's not. Is it necessary every time you go to put fuel in your vehicle to add something to it? No, it's not. There's already cleaning agents in that fuel, especially if you're buying like name brand top tier fuel like from Shell or something like that. There's no reason to do that stuff. If you want to add it in every once in a while as a preventative, sure, there's nothing wrong with that. Could you possibly be wasting money? Absolutely. But to go to the extent that some of these people do, that I see them adding a little bit of this every time they do put fuel and stuff in their car, there's no need for that. You know, once every couple months or something like that, sure, I could see something like that. But every time you go put fuel in the car, you're just dumping chemicals on top of chemicals. If you're going to do it, you use a high concentrate formula to where you're really getting something out of it. You're really saturating things to clean it. And just a little bit here and there on top of what's already in there. Anyway, thank you for watching. Be blessed.